Francesco Rizzuto is a professor of European law at Liverpool John Moores University and joins us live now from Liverpool. Welcome, Francesco. So why aren't the allegations enough to trigger legal proceedings against any individuals?
Well, because you need evidence of a crime. For example, sex with an underage girl. Obviously, that needs to be corroborated, and it's not that easy. And you need people to actually give evidence that these things actually happened. At the moment, quite obviously, we have the poor victims in the United States, in particular, who are essentially bringing forward their claims of having been abused. Of course, you would say, well, they should be believed, but in order to send people to prison, it needs a little bit more than that.
One of the most high profile of those accused is the former Prince Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, who continues to deny any allegations of wrongdoing related to Virginia Giuffre and Epstein. Do you think ignoring this as he is will make it go away for all of those who are implicated in the files?
No, it won't make it go away. I'm pretty certain about that. The pressure on the Prince Andrew or ex-Prince Andrew, Mr. Mountbatten, is now mounting, and I believe that in due course the Prime Minister of this country, who of course also made a rather stupid appointment in Mr. Mandelson to please Mr. Trump, will have to advise the king that perhaps he should advise his brother, if not to go to the United States to provide evidence of what he knows and what he saw, with certainly providing evidence online, one way or another. So I think that is going to build up, and Prince Andrew, I'm afraid, will not be able to play the ostrich game of sticking his hand in the sand and hoping that it'll all go away and him continually pleading his innocence. I think the media are onto it. Politically, it's a hot potato, and I think the monarchy in this country and the future of the monarchy in this country, to a certain extent, hangs on how the king will handle this. That they simply can't ignore it.
Because, I mean, these Epstein files keep coming out and more of the rich and powerful are implicated, and yet there continues to be no accountability. And at a certain point, as you say, the ongoing media coverage is quite damaging for the victims. So, but do you think it'll be more the court of public opinion rather than potentially the justice system that really comes for those accused of abuse in the end?
I think sadly it will be the court of public opinion for the most part that will essentially condemn the people who have been involved in these terrible events. Um, Though in this country, of course, as you mentioned, the former Prince Andrew, but of course we also have our former ambassador to the United States, who may well end up before the judges in this country. If they can actually pin something on him, for example, insider trading, or Macefish, doing something wrong whilst in public office, so that will be more difficult. Um, Remember, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is basically just about hanging on to power by his fingertips because he appointed somebody who was clearly associated with Epstein, and who lied about the nature of that association, and who was also passing on state secrets to Epstein. Though, incidentally, there's quite an interesting question as to where did Epstein actually amass his fortune from in the beginning, if you see what I mean.
Hmm.
So I think it'll be a combination of public opinion. I honestly don't see too many of these powerful individuals going to prison over this, which I think is unfortunate. Um, but because I think Epstein's already dead, and his other very close associate Maxwell is in prison, though she's trying to get off by by trying to plead with President Trump that
Hmm.
she will sort of clear his name. That's the undertone of that. Uh, um, as long as she will only speak if she pardons her. So this is very, very murky, and it's really a gift to those who play the game of playing politics by being anti-political. So this is going to run and run, of course.
Francesco Rizzuto, Professor of European Law at Liverpool John Moores University, thank you so much for your time.